Hi, ladies. How you doing?
Really well. How are you?
Well, I'm doing great. Anytime I can talk to Lucy and Virginia, wow.
And Laura.
And Laura,
Yeah.
this is the first time I've ever talked to Laura.
It won't be the last. I
Won't be
hope.
the last. Hope you mention me on your Oscar speech. That's all I care
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
First of all, as I said, congratulations on F. Mary Kill. I thought it was a bio on F. Murray Abraham, but it isn't.
So sorry. Such a disappointment.
Uh, my first question is to Laura. What brings you to comedy? Because you've done a number of very funny things with Aquafina and all. Talk to me about the rhythm of comedy.
I mean, I think comedy is kind of like a muscle. Like if you're I want to keep doing comedy because I think the more you do it, the more you figure out that rhythm, and it is something that there's something musical to comedy, I think. And I think the thing that's cool about directing comedy, in addition to writing it, is in the directing, there's this extra layer of blocking and physical stuff that can get added to it that's like just building layers and layers and layers of comedy, and I think finding that perfect amount where it's not too much and you're landing the right beat at the right time. That to me is really exciting. That's what I love doing the most.
And Virginia, do you enjoy comedy over drama? Because I know you've done both. I think the last time we talked was you had a beautiful wedding, and
Yeah.
but before that you did Fall, which was very dramatic.
Yeah, I like doing a little bit of everything. Like horror movies are my favorite genre to watch, so I love playing in that space, but I also love comedy. I think I'm a silly person and like to showcase that when I can. And yeah, it's always fun, and but it's a testament to the set that you're on and to the set that you created on this movie where you feel safe to take those risks and really lean into comedy. And I've certainly been on sets for comedies where it feels so tense that you don't even feel like you get to really flex that muscle and have fun. So it's always great when the set has such a good energy that you really feel like you can lean into the comedy and have fun.
And Lucy Hale, as I live and breathe, there you are.
Oh my
Um,
God, I just love you.
Running on Empty was full of action and all, but how about you? Do you lean more toward a comedy role?
I I love romantic comedies. I love comedy. I think you nailed it. It really is like a rhythm. There's a formula to these scenes and making it work. And I always love figuring out that chemistry with the people I'm working with. I spent a lot of my life not thinking I was funny. And then when I started doing these movies a couple of years ago, I realized like that is it just like does it just brings so much joy to me. And I feel like um I don't know. I don't want to say I prefer comedy over anything else, but I feel like um I don't know. Maybe I
I
do
mean,
like comedy the most.
you're so good at improvising.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I
That's so
knew going
sweet.
in how fantastic of an improviser she was. And I think at some point
It's
I
my
said
Gemini
like
brain.
it
It's my Gemini,
I was like,
maybe.
you need to do just calm, like
No
not rom,
rom,
no
just
rom, just
calm.
calm,
I appreciate it. Well,
because she was
let's
just,
do it.
we did a lot of improvising and she really like brought it, and that
Very
allowed the
sweet.
other actors to also bring it, and a lot of that ended up in the final cut.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it can be, I like at this point in my life, I just like to challenge myself. And so the how do you say that?
That's
Improvisation,
the challenge, just
that
saying the word.
the challenge is saying, I think was really appealing to me because it was something different.
Lori, did you allow them to go off script and just riff?
Oh yeah, I encouraged it. I would like a lot of times it would start with just like, oh, what I would throw something out, like, oh, try this or try this, and then they would add on top of it. And the thing that was so great, really from the whole cast, the guys too, is that they were very aware of improvising within the character. So it was additive and usable as opposed to just funny for the
Yeah.
sake of funny. They were all so in touch with who their characters were that when they improvised, it felt like the character saying something funny as opposed to a joke for the sake of a joke in a scene. And I think that's why the tone works. The comedy doesn't take away from the serious part of it, and the serious part of it is still believable even with the comedy.
Virginia, you are a very physical young lady. I mean, I think you enjoy that part of this job, and this is true for Lucy as well. Both of you seem to have a little bit of Lucy in you, where you're not scared to get a pie in the face or roll in the
Oh,
mud. it's
Yeah.
got to be freeing to be that kind of disassociated kind of with your prim and proper self.
I love that you referenced Lucille Ball because I feel like I appreciate that in female actors when they're like willing to just go for it and be wacky and not need to look like perfect and
Yeah.
pretty, and just I think that you really pushed us in this movie to do that as well, and I just think I recognize that in
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah.
it's like you're just such a brave actor and you really don't care, and I think that's a nice quality to
Thank
have.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
got the-
love the physicality stuff. It's so fun, and yeah, like you guys were saying, any excuse to be weird and try something you haven't done before, or get messy and messed up is it's so
There was
freeing.
a lot of messy.
Yeah,
There was a lot of
it's
messy.
so fun.
Captain Adam is giving me the rap sign, so I enjoyed this conversation. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
Thank you.
staying
Great
up
meeting
late
you.
and chatting.
I want to become a
Bye.
regular.
Come out to Salt Lake and we'll make you regular here because the coffee's good.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, kids.
Bye.